Jamie Lee Curtis. The name alone conjures a lifetime of Hollywood moments, blending effortless charm with fierce talent. From her breakout role as Laurie Strode in Halloween to powerful award-winning performances decades later, Curtis has shown an unwavering loyalty to her craft. But behind the roles that made her famous lies an equally fascinating personal journey, marked by challenges, triumphs, and some deeply personal revelations that left even her most devoted fans speechless. So, what's the truth behind Jamie Lee Curtis's iconic life story? Well, stay tuned as we take a deeper dive into the life and career of one of Hollywood's most beloved leading ladies and see why she left nothing to the imagination, not even her true self. Early life. The shadow of Hollywood royalty. Born on November 22, 1958 in Santa Monica, California, Jamie Lee Curtis arrived in a world where fame and the silver screen were familiar territory. Her father, Tony Curtis, was a Hollywood legend whose on-screen charm in films like Some Like It Hot made him an enduring star. Meanwhile, her mother, Janet Leigh, gained fame with her unforgettable role in Psycho, forever linked to that iconic shower scene. Jamie grew up in a household where glamour was part of everyday life, yet it wasn't all red carpets and premieres. While Tony Curtis was a heartthrob to millions, at home, he struggled to be present. His career and turbulent personal life often took him away from his family, leaving Jamie to grow up in an environment of contrasts, one that was both filled with Hollywood glitz and marked by emotional distance. Her parents divorced when she was only 3, and Jamie, along with her older sister Kelly, primarily lived with her mother. This separation from her father would shape much of her early years, leaving her with a desire for stability that was hard to come by in Hollywood. Despite the fame surrounding her, Jamie's mother, Janet, tried to create a grounded environment for her children. Jamie was enrolled in prestigious schools, such as the Harvard Westlake School and Choate Rosemary Hall. The young Curtis was far from the stereotypical Hollywood kid. She was mischievous, funny, and not afraid to make waves. Her humor occasionally led her into trouble, yet it would later become one of her greatest assets as an actress. But her father's absence remained a sore spot, a theme that would echo throughout her life. The role that launched a career, Halloween and the Scream Queen era. In 1978, Curtis took on the role that would change her life forever, Laurie Strode in John Carpenter's Halloween. Cast at the age of 19, Jamie was initially an unknown actress stepping into a low-budget horror film. However, her portrayal of Laurie, a teenage girl fighting off the relentless serial killer Michael Myers, instantly connected with audiences. Laurie Strode wasn't just any horror character. She was a figure of resilience, determination, and courage. Curtis's performance made Laurie Strode a cultural icon and, more importantly, set the standard for what would become the final girl trope in horror films. Halloween was a massive success, not just commercially, but culturally. The film helped birth the slasher genre, and Curtis was dubbed the Scream Queen, a title she would carry with pride, even as it threatened to pigeonhole her. Following Halloween, Jamie appeared in other horror films, including The Fog, Prom Night, and Terror Train, each reinforcing her place as a horror movie staple. Yet Curtis was determined not to let horror define her entire career. Moving beyond horror, trading places, and a new direction. In 1983, Curtis took a daring leap, stepping away from horror with a role that would prove her versatility, Trading Places. In this comedy, she starred alongside Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd as Ophelia, a kind-hearted prostitute with street smarts and charm. Her performance not only brought a fresh comedic side to her acting, but also challenged the industry's perception of her as merely a scream queen. Curtis's turn in Trading Places earned her a BAFTA award for Best Supporting Actress, and it opened doors to new roles in comedy and drama alike. This film was a breakthrough that allowed her to showcase her range, affirming that Jamie Lee Curtis was a true Hollywood talent, not confined to one genre. Her confidence grew, and soon she was taking on roles that further displayed her comedic timing and dramatic prowess. True Lies, a career-defining performance. One of Curtis's most memorable performances came in 1994 with James Cameron's True Lies, where she starred alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger. Playing Helen Tasker, a seemingly ordinary housewife who gets pulled into her husband's world of espionage, Curtis demonstrates a powerful blend of comedy, vulnerability, and action. The film was a box office hit, and Curtis's performance won her a Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Motion Picture, Comedy, or Musical. Perhaps the most iconic scene from True Lies is Curtis's striptease, where her character transforms from a nervous wife to a confident, seductive figure. The scene required Curtis to fully embrace her vulnerability and strength, showcasing her ability to balance humor with intensity. This performance cemented her place as one of Hollywood's leading actresses, proving once again that Jamie Lee Curtis was a force to be reckoned with. Behind the curtain, addiction and recovery. While Curtis's career was thriving, her personal life was hiding a dark secret. In the late 1980s, after a routine cosmetic surgery, she was prescribed Vicodin for pain. What started as medication for physical discomfort soon turned into a decade-long battle with addiction. Jamie's struggle with painkillers was a private ordeal, one she managed to keep hidden from those around her. She described it as a secret, silent addiction that filled her with shame. The turning point came in 1999 when she read an article about addiction that resonated deeply with her. Realizing she wasn't alone, Jamie decided to seek help. She attended recovery meetings, finding solace and strength in the support of others. Today, Curtis is open about her recovery journey, often speaking out about the importance of breaking the stigma surrounding addiction. She credits her sobriety as one of her greatest achievements and sees it as a continuous journey. Love and Family, Finding Stability, with Christopher Guest. In 1984, Curtis's life took a turn for the better when she married actor and director Christopher Guest. Their love story began in an unusual way. Jamie first saw Guest's photograph in a magazine and declared to a friend that she would marry him. A mutual connection eventually brought them together, and within months, they were married. Curtis describes her marriage to Guest as a grounding force, providing the stability she had longed for throughout her life. The couple adopted 2 children, Annie and Ruby, and Curtis found immense joy in motherhood. Her role as a mother became her top priority, and she scaled back on her acting career to focus on her family. Curtis has often said that becoming a mother was one of the most transformative experiences of her life, bringing a new sense of purpose and fulfillment. Her family life, though private, remains a source of strength and pride for the actress and common women alike. Rediscovering Laurie Strode, a triumphant return to Halloween. In 2018, Curtis reprised her role as Laurie Strode in Halloween, a sequel that returned to the roots of the 1978 original. For Curtis, revisiting Laurie was an emotional experience, as the character had evolved from a terrified teenager to a hardened, trauma-surviving woman. This version of Laurie Strode was one who had lived through the horrors of her past, bearing both the physical and psychological scars of her experiences. The film was both a commercial and critical success, grossing over $250 million worldwide and reminding audiences why Jamie Lee Curtis was such an iconic figure in horror. Curtis brought complexity to Laurie, which made the character feel fresh, yet familiar. Her performance was widely praised, and she cemented her legacy as a horror icon, proving that Laurie Strode's story and Curtis's career were far from over. Advocacy and authenticity, redefining beauty standards. As Jamie Lee Curtis's career evolved, so did her perspective on Hollywood's relentless beauty standards. In her early years, Curtis faced intense pressure to look a certain way. even going so far as to undergo cosmetic procedures. But as she matured, she took a different path, choosing to embrace her natural self, a bold move in an industry that idolizes youth and perfection. Curtis's decision to let her hair go gray became a statement of defiance, signaling to the world that beauty doesn't have an age limit. Curtis has since spoken out against digital filters, heavy retouching, and Hollywood's fixation on flawless appearances. She believes that these tools create illusions that strip away individuality, setting up impossible beauty standards, especially for young people who look up to celebrities. By rejecting these norms, she has redefined beauty as confidence, self-acceptance, and authenticity. Curtis's stance resonates with fans who view her as a role model for embracing imperfections and celebrating what makes each of us unique. Her influence on this topic has reached beyond Hollywood, sparking wider conversations about self-image and the value of authenticity. Curtis reminds us that true beauty comes from within, and her powerful message continues to inspire those striving to be comfortable in their own skin, to see themselves as beautiful without needing to conform to superficial standards. Embracing LGBTQ+ rights, a mother's journey. Jamie Lee Curtis's advocacy is deeply personal, especially when it comes to LGBTQ+ rights. Her support for the community took on new meaning when her youngest child, Ruby, came out as transgender. Curtis responded with unwavering acceptance and love, standing by Ruby's side and embracing her journey wholeheartedly. Rather than shying away from the conversation, Curtis has used her platform to promote acceptance, urging families to support their LGBTQ+ loved ones unconditionally. Her openness about Ruby's transition has provided a powerful example for parents and the public, demonstrating that love and acceptance can transcend any preconceived notions or societal expectations. Curtis frequently shares her pride in Ruby's courage, and her commitment to advocacy has inspired countless others navigating similar journeys. Through her advocacy, Curtis has become a fierce ally, reminding everyone that every individual deserves to feel loved, respected, and understood for who they truly are. Curtis's support for Ruby extends far beyond the personal, as she actively speaks out on issues affecting the LGBTQ+ community. Her journey as a parent has deepened her empathy and understanding, and she has become an influential voice for equality and inclusion. In standing by her daughter and advocating for change, Curtis has proved that her influence goes well beyond Hollywood, touching lives and promoting acceptance. Philanthropy and giving back. Throughout her career, Jamie Lee Curtis has demonstrated a deep commitment to giving back, making philanthropy a defining part of her life. One of her most prominent causes is children's health care, particularly her long-standing support for Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Curtis has consistently lent her voice, time, and resources to campaigns for children's health, including the Children's Hospital Bond Act in 2008, which helped fund critical medical services for the most vulnerable. Curtis's dedication to social and political causes extends beyond healthcare. She has supported equal rights, spoken out on mental health, and raised awareness for issues that align with her belief in a more compassionate and inclusive world. Curtis sees her platform as a responsibility, using her influence to make a positive impact and uplift those in need. Her activism isn't just about lending her name. Curtis takes a hands-on approach, whether through public awareness campaigns or direct involvement in fundraising efforts. Curtis's philanthropy reflects a commitment to changing lives, and her actions resonate deeply with her fans. Her dedication to giving back shows that she is not only a Hollywood icon, but a person driven by compassion and a genuine desire to make a difference. Curtis's work continues to inspire others to use their voices and resources for positive change. Legacy of Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis has built a legacy that reaches far beyond the silver screen. From her early days as a scream queen in horror films to her transformation into an award-winning actress, Curtis's journey is a testament to resilience, authenticity, and strength. Her openness about her struggles with addiction and her dedication to her family, advocacy work, and her unwavering support for self-acceptance have solidified her as an icon of depth and character. Curtis's legacy is defined by her willingness to embrace vulnerability, showing the world that it's okay to have flaws and that true strength lies in confronting them. Her commitment to causes she believes in, whether supporting LGBTQ+ rights, challenging beauty standards, or advocating for healthcare access, reveals a person who values compassion and courage as much as success. Curtis has become an inspiring figure who leaves an indelible mark not only through her art, but also through her actions and the lives she's touched. As she continues to evolve personally and professionally, Curtis reminds us all of the power of self-acceptance, resilience, and purpose. She is a legend whose story continues to captivate, leaving her fans and admirers with more than just memorable performances, but a legacy of authenticity and empowerment that will endure. So, what do you think of Jamie Lee Curtis's legacy? Does her story inspire you to embrace your imperfections and stand up for what you believe in? Well, share your thoughts and reflections in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more inspiring content. Till next time, stay true to yourself and keep spreading love.